been spending a lot of time lately working with Einkorn, fresh milled Einkorn flour, and this winter weather is the perfect time to really dig into it and make some delicious recipes with this amazingly healthy flour called Einkorn. I am first making some sourdough discard cranberry orange muffins, and these are really quick to make. What I'm trying to do is, if I don't long ferment a recipe, then I for sure use the Einkorn flour, and if I'm long fermenting, I'll use my other wheats, but I'm trying to get in a habit of using mostly Einkorn. It is so kind to your tummy, and I love that as a person who struggles with that. So these muffins turned out so good, and on this cold day, there's nothing like a warm muffin straight from the oven. I get a lot of questions about how my husband and I can eat so many fresh milled sourdough goodies because it's just the two of us. And I honestly try to use self-control and not eat too many and freeze some of them. But we do eat primarily whole grains in our diet, although we do eat eggs and drink milk and things like that. And we eat meat. Whole grains is kind of the center of our diets. And that means a lot of carbs. And so it's important in these winter months when there's snow on the ground and we're going through a polar vortex for the next 2 weeks to be able to get some daily activity and exercise so that all of these goodies don't land on us as extra weight. And although I do gain a little weight in the winter time, I'm able to keep it somewhat in check by trying to walk every single day. I want to thank you so for sending over this amazing treadmill. I usually use a walking pad, and this is quite the step up. This is a multimedia treadmill, and I never thought I would be saying this, but it actually makes getting a cardio workout in fun. It is really well made, comfortable to walk on, and I can do 30 minutes, and it seems like I've been walking for 10 or 15 minutes. The big screen tells me how fast I'm going, how many calories I have burned, and how long I have been walking. I'm going to insert a clip that shows you what you can do if you want to connect your iPhone to this big screen. You can actually watch YouTube videos or put workouts up there or guided tours in different parts of the world to make it even more fun to walk on. So thank you so much for sending it over, and y'all take a look at it. There'll be a link in the description box. As you can see, these muffins turned out so pretty. They're so soft and fluffy on the inside. I'm finding that Einkorn is amazing to work with as I'm working with it more. Let's take a stroll outside and look at this beautiful winter storm that we had a couple of days ago. next einkorn recipe that I'm making is for einkorn biscuits. These are super easy to make. I think if you're a beginner using einkorn, these two recipes would be the first two that I would make, because they don't really require as much finesse, because as we know, einkorn can be quite difficult to work with. The biscuits are super simple. It's just freshly milled einkorn flour, baking powder, salt, olive oil, and milk. And you make your dough. And I like to roll mine out and fold it over, roll it out, fold it over a few times so that they have some flaky layers. And these are really kind of constant on my menu right now. I've been making them a lot. I do that if I'm going to be making a recipe for the blog. And these are absolutely delicious. You have to try these if you're new to einkorn especially. I think you'll find these to be one of the easier, and the muffins for sure. Very, very easy recipe to make with einkorn flour. I like to put my cast iron skillet in the oven while it's preheating and give it a good spray of olive oil. I like to spray the tops as well. These bake at 425, about 10-12 minutes, and they are so delicious. Einkorn is one of the most delicious of the grains, in my opinion, and as I learn to work with it and I get more familiar with it, I'm loving it even more. Look at these beautiful golden brown einkorn, freshly milled einkorn biscuits. For dinner, I'm making a simple Asian style noodle with these biscuits, and yes, it is carb overload, but that is exactly what we like here. So I hope you'll give those biscuits a try. These recipes are over on my blog, therosehomestead.com, and I'll also leave them in the description box below. We really enjoyed these noodles, and now it's time for an after dinner decaf espresso. I'm making a brown sugar espresso today, and I'm using some homemade brown sugar and milk. Going to froth that up and make us a beautiful latte for after dinner. And I'm so glad that you joined me on this winter day here on the homestead. It has been so cold. How has the weather been where you are? The older I get, the more I learn to take advantage of this time of the year, because soon enough it's going to be a busy spring and summer, and I have learned how to embrace and enjoy the slow, cozy feeling of this time of the year. And so again, thank you all so much for joining me. We're going to go have this warm cup of latte and sit by the fire for a little while. Hope y'all are doing well, and thank you so much for spending some time with me today. We'll see you on the next video.